this way. Just walk up to the end and then we'll walk back. But it's a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon on in Canal. Somebody taking a picture of us up there. It must be interesting. This is Barnmuir High School. There, I'll show you where we are. That's Talisman 4. That boat, that suspicious black boat. It's quite nice though, purple and yellow and blue. It's alright, isn't it? We'll go under the bridge with all the graffiti on it. Yeah, I'm not sure what all they are. I'll have to read some of them, never mind. So this is almost at the end of the canal, but we'll turn around in a moment and come back. Looks good, doesn't it? It looks nice. It looks pleasant today. Yeah, so it's pretty warm. Well, it's pretty sunny. It's not pretty warm. But it's a nice day. Let's see what boats have they got. That one's nice with sunflowers on it. Cute. That one's Foabala. Wow, whatever that means in Gaelic. Wow. Baba Yaga there, with lots of flowers on it. Yeah, anyway, hello. My name's Andrew and I live inside Scotland and I like to show you interesting places like canals and hills and rivers and castles and things like that when I can. And it's called Pegasus, by the way. And every Friday and every Tuesday we go into one of my favourite little cafes and have a chat, have some deep chat. I might do a little bit of sketching as well. This is Leamington Lift Bridge. As you can see from the person walking across it there. It's not really a bridge until it lifts up, and then the boats can get underneath it. It's clever, isn't it? That's a cat. A cat. Out for a walk. I'm going to go this way. That's a shame. Well, that's not really a shame. But there's construction work, so I have to go over the bridge. There's this one up that way. Right, so we'll walk a little bit down that way, and then we'll turn around and come back, basically. Pedestrian access when the bridge is lifted. We can still get along to the end here. If not, we'll just turn back anyway. That's what I was wanting to do. It's a very popular spot for cycling and jogging and walking. Hello, Laura Barn. Good afternoon. Great weather for something, if you want. But yes, it is. Interesting. Inflatable speedboat. For yes, great weather for walking. Or jogging or cycling. All of that sort of thing. Interesting graffiti along here. Pretty colours. It's a bird or some sort. I have to step back a little bit to see it better. Is that another bird? I think it is. Nice designs. Oh, Georgie, where am I? So this is in Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. We are, hello dog, we are beside Union Canal. That's the canal there. I'm just going for a little walk. Hello, Billy Jack. Edinburgh place specifically. Okay, so I'll just walk right to the end down here. Let me hear you. Hang on. Okay, sometimes my microphone here doesn't pick up my sound very well, especially because I'm discreet and quiet. And sometimes the signal's not very good. So I do my best. And it is quite windy today. So I just have to put up with that, to be honest. So this is the end of the canal. This is the Edinburgh end, obviously. And if you go along the canal, as we will in a moment, we'll turn back and start walking the other direction. Eventually, you'll get to Glasgow, right across the centre of Scotland. These boats here, obviously I'm not going for a swim today, Teresa. Hello. These boats here, they're actually hotels. You can stay in them, or botels, they're sometimes called. So if you fancy staying in, not quite centre of Edinburgh, but a little bit outside Edinburgh, you can come and stay at the end of the canal on these botels. Four sister hotels. I'll show you the details, I'll show you the phone number. Yeah. If you want to, there you go. Details, screenshot if you want. You know. Yeah, so we'll turn around in a second and we'll walk back up. A fair one to guess, it's what, about 50 miles, something like that. You can get there if you want to. Go to Glasgow. Not that anybody would want to go to Glasgow, of course. But, you know, if you want to. We'll be sitting on the, what do you call that wee bit? The bit on the end of the, no, nobody's sitting there anyway. Yeah, so like I say, this is the end of the canal, so we'll walk up that way. Let's go. So there's lots of nice buildings here. Nice new buildings. There's somebody sitting on a balcony. A couple of suspicious-looking gentlemen sitting on the edge of the water there. Don't know what they're doing exactly, but you know, just imagine. This is called Lochran Basin. It could be. Isn't it a nice place? Isn't it pleasant? So as I say, I like to show you interesting places. I like to, I don't live in Edinburgh, but I live not very far away. And sometimes I like to show you interesting places. There's a QR code on that wall there. Like canals and hills and rivers and castles and abbeys and, you know, interesting things like that. And I like to have a little chat sometimes. I like to do a bit of sketching on stream, either on YouTube or on Twitch, whichever the bicyclist, or both, most likely. There's a swan over there, like swan, I think. Hello, swan. Hello, duck. Hello, duck. This is a male mallard. I can tell from the colour. No entry except boat owners. That's not us. So we'll walk maybe a mile, maybe a bit more. Walk up this way, see what it's like. I'm sure it'll be fun. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you're watching live, or if you're watching on the replay. That'd be lovely. Get a little thumbs up. We can go now. Or a what do you call it? Subscribe. Make sure you're following me on YouTube, and you'll get to see a few more things like this from time to time. Walk over this way. Wow, that looks like a submarine shark. I suppose all sharks are submarines, aren't they? In a sense. Kind of does. Another one. Nice. Step back again a little bit. Hello, Gregory Phipps. How are you? How are you doing? Are you having fun today? Welcome to Edinburgh Quay, it says there. So we'll go back over the bridge. Lamington Lift Bridge. And we'll walk, I don't know, a mile or two. I was going to say upstream, but of course there is no stream on the canal because the water doesn't flow. Okay, Holly joggers. Don't risk your life, stay off the ice, it said. That's very sensible work, very sensible indeed. We'll have a slightly closer look at some of these boats. It's more like a pleasure cruiser, doesn't it? Than a canal boat, I suppose it is. A high prow. That needs a bit of repair work. I don't know what's going on with that one. I think the blue one's pretty. You're being ignored. I'm not ignoring you. No, I wasn't ignoring you. Sometimes I don't see what's happening. You can scan the QR code if you want. Maybe not. That one's called Pegasus, that green one. Looks in quite good condition. Alright. I like this one. I like that one. That one's Baba Yaga. It's got lots of both real and painted flowers on it. Nice. Whereas Baba Yaga is an Eastern European mythical creature, I believe. Slightly, well, I'll do my best. Obviously, I've got to. Oh, that one. Note this. That one's a Scottish ensign. So it's definitely from Scotland. Yeah. When Scotland had a navy, Scotland had its own navy. That's the Scottish ensign, red with a St Andrew's cross on the hoist. Did you know that? Yes, but remember, of course, I've got to walk and make sure I don't walk into people and admire the scenery. So, you know, I've got things to do here. That's a delivery bike. I've got things going on in my head. Hold on. I'm not going to break my head on the under the bridge. There's some duck down there. Shall I say hello to the ducks? That's Boroughmuir High School. Justice et Tenax. Whatever that means. Hello, ducks. This is a nice little kind of a park area. Just outside school. Must be a coincidence. Nice flats as well. That one's called Yorkshire Rose. That black one. It has Yorkshire Rose on it. Water witch available for hire with a crew. Little kitchen there. There's also a cafe here somewhere. Not this one though. Candle painting canal boat experience. That sounds fun. Hire me, it says. Don't know what the sorted project is. There's a bit of not really, not here, not much. No crime. No more than anywhere, I suppose. You know, there's people, so there's crime. But yeah, more ducks. A swan, look, that's a swan nest, I reckon. It's weird. Let's see if it comes up again. There it is. The water is not massively clear, but you can just about see that it's a little bit deep. It's nice in the sun anyway. I wonder what community in the park it is. It's a cinema down there, I think. So we'll walk along, maybe about a mile or so along the canal. I have to pay attention here. Pay attention to the cyclists as they come past and joggers as they come past as well. The cyclists might ring their bell, but usually joggers don't have a bell, which is an oversight, I think. I think it'd be a good idea, like a cat bell. It's a very good idea. But nobody ever takes on board my ideas, unfortunately. Notice the little flying duck, the little lights on the edge of the path, so you can see where you're going at night. Everyone worries about stopping terrorism. Well, there's a really easy way to stop participating in it. I think it's Noam Chomsky. Sensible. You weren't expecting a quote from Noam Chomsky today, were you? Again, stop participating in it. Whatever it is. You hear a jogger behind us. I didn't. That's a scary looking fox. Did you hear the pigeons? The pigeon over there. Do I walk here often? I wouldn't say often, but I certainly streamed from here a few times before. It's a nice, convenient, pleasant location for me to be at. Hear the ring. You see underneath? Somebody with a long telephoto lens up there. Taking photographs, I would assume. You can see how deep the water is, kind of. Let's get past these people, shall we? When we're coming along here, we can often hear different languages being spoken, which I like. They're saying hello to a dog down there.
Amazing turnout. I try. Yeah, I walked by
Definitely American accents. So we're heading kind of west. Well, we're definitely heading west because the canal goes east to west, Edinburgh to Glasgow. So that's why we're looking at the sun at the moment. Walking a recumbent. Let's walk past these people. So I think probably we'll walk up to the rowing club, maybe a little bit farther. See if there's anybody rowing. And see if there's any wildlife up there as well. Oh, ducks. I guess there's not as many cyclists and walkers and joggers as sometimes is. But right now we're in the middle of Edinburgh here. Look how beautiful it is. Look at the scenery. Isn't that gorgeous? One of the major cities of Western civilization. It's gorgeous. So bucolic. We're just beside a park here. Lots of beautiful trees in the park. Lots of blooming. Are they cherry trees? They might be. Lots of blossom anyway. Get the name of the park though. Never mind. That's a church up there. I suppose they're probably doing business on Easter Sunday. It's a pretty church as well. Yeah, so I was saying that as we're walking here, we often hear different languages, a variety of languages, which is nice to hear. I've heard, I think, Portuguese, French, an American accent. We'll call it American, yeah. Harrison Park, of course. Harrison Park, one of our finest actors. Now, it says here on the little sign, North Markeston Club, in just 100 yards. Wow, interesting trousers that guy's got on. There's all the washing on the line. Yes, Markeston Club. It's the rowing club. It's just up here. Like our trousers. Stylishly flared, I would say. Now, let's have a look at this boat. It says all aboard. Pretty colours, blue and yellow, like the Ukrainian flag. Navigating life together. peopleknowhow.org/all aboard. Oh, that's about. Nice though. Nice boat. Maybe some charity. So we'll go under the next bridge as well. That says Peace Garden. Right light. We'll go past the boathouse. Watch out for cyclists.
Probaron dos enfermeras y después segundo.
Do you reckon that's Spanish? Okay, squeeze in everyone. Ah, look, a canoeist. or a kayaker. They've got a number 3 on their back. So I wonder where 1 and 2 are. Have you ever been on a narrowboat? I don't think so. Have you? Oh, having fun with a ball. Shall we briefly stop on the bench? Let's do that. Let's briefly stop on the bench and watch that person with a canoe. Oh, that's Paul's bench. Off on an adventure. See you later. And they turn back, unfortunately. Never mind. Yeah, so we'll walk a little bit further. Another 10 minutes or so further up. It's upstream now. And let's watch that person with the canoe and the ball again. Know what they're doing. How interesting. Maybe they're just having fun. I don't know. Hey. Whatever it was successful. I think that person is adjusting the sign. There's a sign there. I think he's writing something. That's my explanation anyway. Hello, dog. That's a nice hat. Right, let's walk further. Let's walk further. Maybe up to the next bridge. We'll see. Isn't it gorgeous here, though? Isn't it pretty? Humans being humans, yes, that's us. Is that an electric trike? I think it is. Now, either me or that jogger is going to have to walk or move to a different place. He did. Caution, please take care. Rowers training on Canal for next 1,200 metres, says that sign. Let this jogger jog past us on the left. She's very well prepared with her bright yellow cagoule on. But yeah, I think I heard him say no human knowledge lost. I don't know what the conversation was about exactly. There's Sanderling Falkirk. Isn't it gorgeous here? Who would know that we're in the middle of Edinburgh? There's a slope here, which is why it's got marker poles up. It slopes down into the water. A jetty, I suppose. Well, 13 kilograms of propane. Just imagine what you could do with that. Is that French? I think. Definitely a good impression of some ducks. Little gulls. Every third Saturday in June, it says, the Edinburgh Canal Festival. Might consider that. Okay, squeeze in again. The ripples on the ceiling. Gorgeous. Even if in there, it's a little bit cool. It's a wee bit cool today, despite the sun. Look, here comes somebody in a boat. We stop at the bench and watch. Oh, there's one get the bench to watch. Is that an actual canoe? I think it is. There's Venture on it. Lots of blossom on the trees. Very pretty. There's a heron.
Gdzie brałeś swoje te?
As we know from previous broadcasts, when there's a heron on a waterway, it suggests that it's very healthy. Some nice black ducks. Heron. Now, waterway. This is the Union Canal between Edinburgh and Glasgow. Not they're having a fight now. The canal was built in the late 1700s, early 1800s, I think. And principally, it was built for transporting coal and other stuff across Scotland. And there's a lot of coal mills and iron foundries and stuff in the valley between Edinburgh and Glasgow. So there was a canal built so stuff could be transported easily. Oh, dog. Yes, it should be possible to look that up. I'm sure you can. Notice no locks, so it's all totally flat so far. Apart from the curvature of the earth, obviously. We'll walk a little bit farther up. I think there's another bridge coming up in a wee bit. Then we'll stop at the next bridge, I think. It's starting to get a little bit warm. More joggers. There's an interesting building up there on that hill. It used to be a sanatorium, I think. I think that's the building I'm thinking of. There's some railway lines. Yes, I think it was a place for soldiers to recover in the First World War, a hospital for people with shell shock. I think something like that. Anyway, no, this is an iPhone. Definitely, always. It's Android indeed, for goodness sake. No. It's awfully pretty here. What made you think it might be Android? Low picture quality, perhaps? Blame the signal. That says just Giants too. Now, I think there's a bridge here. We'll probably stop at the bridge and go over the bridge because I need to be on the other side of the canal. And I don't want to get my feet wet. Yeah, it's starting to be a little bit warm. I think the constant sunshine is doing that. it's quite a modern bridge. It's concrete. Ah, is that that same person with the bright yellow cuckoo? I think it is. I think it is. It's turned around. Going back again. We can hear traffic now, can't we? Is it right beside the road? Yeah, somebody take a picture. Alright, so we're going to stop here. We've walked far enough, I think. I think that's sufficient walking for today. We'll stop. What was down there? No, Anvil House, okay. We'll stop, I reckon. Yes, you can. You can cycle to Glasgow, as some people do. If you want to, or you could walk to Glasgow if you want. Yeah, anyway, I think that'll do for today. We'll stop. So I'll be back Tuesday morning, I think. I think I'll have time on Tuesday morning for breakfast and sketching in the cafe in Marnion's. But yes, I thought you might enjoy a little walk along the towpath of the Union Canal. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for walking with me. Thanks for enjoying the walk with me, and I will see you Tuesday morning or whenever. Cheerio, bye, everyone. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and follow me. See you next time. Bye bye.